It doesn't take a lot to be a good player in this league. You show up to training camp, you give it your best, you do everything right, and you will be a good player. It takes a lot to be a great player in this league. You have to show up every day and prove yourself night in and night out. To be a Hall of Famer is a completely separate task. You must prove beyond a shadow of a doubt to everyone that you meet that you are worthy of such a role. And it can be hard to live up to those expectations. But to those who do, find immortality. And that's what tonight is all about. Tonight, we welcome the next generation of legends. We welcome the next class of true immortals, whose careers we will look back on with fondness and love. To their teams, these players are legends. To us tonight, they reach the status of immortality. Hello everybody, and welcome to the Season 63 Hall of Fame class. I'm your host, Kenito Manara, coming back for my 6th consecutive year in the Hall of Fame, and my first time doing it live presentation via YouTube. But I've taken some cues from my good friends in the SMJHL awards ceremony in taking this conference to YouTube. I hope you enjoy the change of pace. Let me know what you think of it. Before, again, I want to express my gratitude and my thanks to following people you see on the screen. These are the Hall of Fame committee, and they have been valuable allies to me. As this will be my last night on the committee, I had to take a very serious look at myself and determine what I wanted to do. Because if I continue on the pace I'm at with league jobs and such, various sim leagues, I'm going to crash. I'm going to burn out again. I'm going to let everyone down. But something had to give, and unfortunately it had to be this. I do want to stay on with the Hall of Fame committee as a host of this show, because I do love doing them, and I enjoy doing this, and people like them. But as an official chairperson, this is my last night. So to Carl, Tommen, Zane, JK, Keel, MP, RED, Sean, and Trella, thank you so much, guys. You mean a lot to me, and thank you for supporting me in this time. Okay, hopefully not sounding too awkward, let us move on to a few congratulations. Firstly, to the Hamilton Steelhawks, your Season 63 Challenge Cup champions. To remain as consistent as Hamilton does is almost impossible. You have to juggle the cap, you have to juggle everything about your team. And Steelhawks have found that magical formula somehow. One day it will collapse on them. But for right now, they are simply amazing. So well done to Hamilton. Secondly, congratulations to the Newfoundland Berserkers as your Season 63 4-star champions. Newfoundland has always been close, but not close enough in recent years. They've made great runs, but could never piece it all together. Memorable seasons have come and gone, but last year, they proved that they were without equal, and they won the trophy. So, well done to Newfoundland. Now, for those of you who are new to the Hall of Fame ceremony, these are how it works. All 10 committee members are allowed to vote for 5 players in the tiers of 1 through 5. The first place player of that team is awarded 10 points. Second is 7, third is 5, fourth is 3rd, and 5th place is 1 point. In order to get into the Hall of Fame, a player must achieve a score of 35 votes. Simple set of rules it sounds like, but the debates can rage within our room about who deserves it and who doesn't. Today we are inducting 2 people one in their last year of eligibility, and one who the committee in his 5th year of eligibility deserves it more than many others. But first, let us talk about the players who didn't make it. Let me just be clear though. If you even get one vote for in this committee, that means we do appreciate the work that you have done. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Let us read off the result. Cameron Carter II got 1 vote from the committee this year. When Cameron played a 13-season career, and he sure as hell made it a memorable one. Over 700 games played, 500 points, almost perfectly balanced in terms of goals and assists, and was frequently seen as one of the best two-way forwards in this league, as winning the Jeff Dar Trophy twice back to back. Very few people can even claim to have 1 trophy. He won it back to back twice and was a 2-time All-Star. We thank you, CC2, for all that you've done. Legend in all 4 teams you played for. We thank you at the bottom of our. Next, Manuel GOTZE with 2 points. Played for 3 teams: the Wolfpack, the Renegades, and the Inferno during their first few seasons. A 17-year career, almost made it to 1,000 games, but just could not keep up at the end of it, so chose to respectfully retire with the city that adopted him as their new home, the Atlanta Inferno. 948 games played, 284 goals, and over 400 assists. That puts him in some very rare company, and on some of his more memorable playoff runs. And most importantly, Manuel was always a player who wanted to get better time in and time out. And the fact that the awards committee reflected that with his Aiden Richard Trophy nomination, which is for the most improved player, is something to be really proud of for him. We thank you, man, for all that you've done. Next, Jeff Brogan with 6 votes. Played for 2 Pacific Division teams, the Pride and the Dragons. 15-year career, 867 games played, over 600 points. An amazing effort from him. No matter where he played, hit 50 points with all the teams he played for, and did it multiple times over. He was truly an amazing player to watch. And for both San Francisco and Calgary, he still has fans to this day who we thank from the bottom of our hearts for all he does, particularly us in the Calgary locker room, for those 2 memorable seasons. Thank you, Jeff. Nicholas Williams next with 10 votes. Played for the old school Winnipeg Jets before being traded to the Spectres and finished his career with the Panthers. 13-season career for Nicholas Williams, but by God did he make the most of it. He won the Challenge Cup twice. In 44 and in one of the most memorable runs of all time with the New Orleans Spectres in 54. He was Anton Razov Trophy nominee in that year, where it's playoff MVP, and he was also a regular season MVP nominee in season 51. Truly remarkable man who did what he could no matter where he played. There are even some people in Winnipeg who still think could have been us if we had just kept him. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. With over 300 assists, over 500 points, he's truly proven that he is worth the legendary status that he's received. Thank you for everything, Nicholas Williams. Next, Augustus Wang, 13 votes. A man who made every single play he could, because he did not have a career that would last long. 7 seasons would be his career, but he made the most of them. He would get over 300 points in 7 seasons. And then remarkable, he would be a champion. In season 55, he would win the Best Defenseman award in 59, and would also be nominated 2 years previously. The Buffalo Stampede have many great legends. And even if you're there for a short time, they will do their best to make your career something memorable. And it was definitely the case here for Augustus Wang, who, not this year, but may see the Hall of Fame sooner rather than later. Thank you, Augustus. Next, yes, a man almost as embedded into the Manhattan Rage culture as that logo, Jax Atukalio, with 25 votes. I don't know a man who better embodies what the Manhattan Rage are all about than Jax. A 16-year season, 940 played and 725 points. And he was part of the new Manhattan Rage's incredible run to the title. At season 52, one of the most memorable Challenge Cup runs in recent memory. He is a truly incredible man who I thank most dearly for all that he's done. Next up, Anders Christiansen with who am I thinking? Yeah. You see, this is oh god. You see, this is what happens. I'm trying to get notes in order. You try to get notes in order and something. And who the hell are they voting for? I'll fix it later. Anyway, Anders Christiansen is list 27 votes. A journeyman who would play for 4 different teams, but my god, he would make his career worth it. 16 seasons, 600. The J. McDonald Trophy, Brian Jester Trophy nominee, Aiden Richard, for most improved, and Ron Mexico for MVP. He would make his career worth it. And playing for 4 teams in very different eras for each one. Made his mark time he was. He had a career. All of us can. Quite frankly, left everything on the table for himself. So, thank you for everything. Anders. Truly is something special. Next, Alexander Sellick. 32 votes this time. 2 votes. So close for the Buffalo legend, yet not quite. Alexander Sellick would play 14 seasons with the Buffalo Stampede, and he would absolutely make each and every one of them worth it. 814 games played, 175 goals, 341 assists for 500 points. But he saw the mountaintop 3 times with the Buffalo Stampede and being a key contributor to each and every one of those teams. He would win the Challenge Cup, including his rookie year in season 6. How many can say that? Alexander can. He was repeatedly a Bojo Biscuit nominee and a winner in season 55, his most memorable playoff run, and the Scott Stevens nominee as the best overall defenseman. He's had a truly memorable career, and we thank him from the bottom of our heart. I thank each and every one of these players for all that they've done. To even get 1 vote is incredible. And I truly believe that these players all deserve recognition from their teams. Now, it is my pleasure to welcome to you the new class of legends, Here are your Hall of Fame inductees for season 63. First off, Cedric Robinson got 35 votes exactly, and thus is your first inductee. I can hear the Buffalo fans in the background saying about bloomin' time. Because it's been quite a while coming. It's his last year of eligibility, but by God, it feels good to get him in. 9 years he played with them. He would win over 200 games and keep a very high save percentage and a low GAA throughout all of his time. In many regards, he was the best goalie for a decade. Well, near a decade. 2-time Challenge Cup champion. Mike Honcho Award winner as as best goal. Anton Razov nominee as playoff MVP. Rookie of the Year MVP. And John McBride MVP 3 seasons. The history of Buffalo throughout this period cannot be told without talking about Cedric Robinson. A man who night in and night out gave his heart for the fans in Buffalo. And as Tommen said, he was one of the best goalies Buffalo had, and it's about time he got into the round. So congratulations to Grok. Well done, Cedric Robinson. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. And now, the other Hall of Famer. John Tonner. Now, you may look at that vote count and think, did he make a typo? No. This is one of the rare times where a Hall of Famer was unanimously given first place votes by all 10 members. I could talk for hours about John Tonner's career, but I feel like the best thing I can say about him is the words of his GMs, his longtime GM Fuzz and new GM Yannick. I'll start with Yannick. I'm quite new to the Panthers and wasn't around when he was an active player, but I knew him by reputation. I do know that he was incredibly well respected. The fact that LA have now named a team award after him as best defenseman. Every now and again, he pops by the training facility to say hi to the old players, and he's a real positive influence to all the crew. I'm so happy to hear that he's getting recognised for his career. He was a great player, and he's a great presence in the team's locker room. As Fuzz said, the history of the Panthers is the history of John Tonner, as he led them into certain eras and will repeatedly be shown as one of the best defensemen in the league, and I couldn't agree more. This unanimous vote is absolutely deserving for John Tonner. I congratulate him from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for everything you have done, Tonner. You are a worthy Hall of Famer. And folks, with these two legends, Cedric and Robinson and John Tonner inducted, now bring this Hall of Fame ceremony to a close. Yeah, it was late, but it was better late than never, I suppose. really sorry. It has been. This was the last time I will be part of the committee, but hopefully I will see you down the road as a presenter still. Thank you so much for everything you have done for me in welcoming me to the committee and keeping me going. It has been a real pleasure to be the Hall of Fame chairman. I hope to be continuing these presentations into the future. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It really does mean a lot to me. I've been Kenito Minari, and as always, God bless the SHL.